Today, we are going to go over the problem from yesterday, thinking about who agrees with Jake and who agrees with Marisol. I'm going to put on my glasses so I can think extra hard. So just to remind you, Jake says that the total number of pennies after round 20 is double the number after round 10 because, 20 is double 10. But Marisol disagrees, and she says that Jake's method will not work. So we asked you, who do you agree with, Jake or Marisol, and why? So someone answered yesterday, I agree with Jake. Since 20 rounds is double 10 rounds, or 2 times 10, we would double the number of pennies in round 10 to find the number of pennies in round 20. We can use doubling to help us. It's okay, Marisol. We're going to check. We're going to see. Is Jake right or you? And we know the formula we always use to find our number of pennies is the amount that we added each time times the number of rounds, and then we add that other amount that we started with. So just an example, let's say we started with 5. We put in 4 pennies each time, and we did that 10 times. That would give us, this is 40. I do that first because of my parentheses. That would give us 45 pennies. Now, Jake is saying that if it's 20 rounds, we're just going to double it. So double 45, if I do that times 2, that would give me 90 pennies, says Jake. But let's check it because we want to try to give Marisol some credit too for her thoughts. Yeah, what do you think? Nice. Okay, cool. So we're going to check his theory. We still started off with 5 pennies, and we're still adding 4 pennies each round, and this time it'll be the 20th round. So 4 times 20 is 80. And then we put in the 5, gives us 85. Well, that's not the same as when Jake doubled it. 85 does not equal 90. Oh, look who's the smarty now. Sorry. Okay, but Marisol, you can't just be all smug. Yeah, you can't just be all smug about knowing the right answer. You have to know why it doesn't make sense to just double the answer if it's double the rounds. Okay. She's a little shy to speak on camera, but she told me. So Marisol explained that this is our formula, and then this is our example. We start with 5, we put 4 in each round, and then we're on the 10th round. And then Jake was saying that we could double it, which, Jake, that made a lot of sense. I understand why you think that. But Marisol was saying the reason that wouldn't work is because of this pesky little 5 that we are just adding on to the end. The only part that really changes here is the round. It changes to 20. So really the only part that should change is the part inside of the parentheses. But this amount that we started with, the 5, that doesn't change. That number is set. It's fixed, and nothing is going to change that. What doubling does is basically put the whole thing times 2, which then changes that amount that we started with, which we cannot change. Instead, the number of rounds is just the part that we want to change. We could even do 4 times 10 gives us 40, and we could double that part because that works because that amount at the beginning doesn't change. The important part is we cannot do anything that changes the amount that we started out with because that number that we already put in is in the past. It's history, and it cannot change. So Jake, do you understand now why you can't just double it? Good. And Marisol, are you showing the core values? Oh, look at that. They're already getting to work on the exit ticket together. Good work today.